Ancient scholars who observed precession of the equinox provided a simpler explanation than a wobbling Earth. They said that our sun curves through space, moving in a great orbit of its own, pulling the Earth and other planets along with it. If the Earth did move along with the sun on a curved path through space, we might see the same precession of the equinox through the zodiac and changing of the pole stars that the lunisolar wobble theory now attempts to explain. But it would not be caused by the Earth's wobbling independent of the sun. It would be caused by the whole solar system curving through space. Another reference frame is at work.
We believe that our sun moves in space with our entire solar system, that the axis of our Earth remains aligned to a point in space where that is fixed in respect to the equinoxes, it's fixed in respect to all the solstices, so that basically our entire system moves around a point in space. And this point in space, we believe, is a star.
A partner star to our own sun? Some say the binary model confirms all of our celestial observations without the need for excessive torque or epicycle type explanations. While the concept of a second sun challenges our present understanding of the solar system, it is hardly a new idea. Some of the earliest astronomical records refer to the existence of dual suns. In fact, Mithraic beliefs were based on this concept.
There's one sun which is part of the planetary system, and there's one sun outside the solar system. And this allows Mithras to both be the sun, Mithras sol invictus, Mithras the unconquerable sun, and also seem to be operating for the sun, or on behalf of the sun.
The yogis of ancient India accepted the binary model as a matter of fact, and also mentioned that it was the cause of precession. In 1894, Swami Sri Yukteswar, a great Hindu sage, described our solar system and the great cycle.
We learn from Oriental astronomy that moons revolve around the planets, and planets turning on their axis revolve with their moons around the sun. The sun, with its planets and their moons, takes some star for its jewel and revolves around it in about 24,000 years of our Earth, a celestial phenomenon which causes the backward movement of the equinoctial points around the zodiac.
This extra
you're saying that this anomaly in space, which we come around to, show people where we are now. You have a thing which I think is
so
very. People think people think that this thing is coming through like Halley's Comet. No, it's kind of just floats solely so fast that we can come around. It comes closer and closer to it, and at some point we're going to get really close. It's not going to hit the Earth, you say, but it's going to be more magnetic the closer it gets. Just like a magnet is stronger the closer it gets to metal. Go ahead.
Right. So let me know if you can see.
There you go.
The screen.
I can. It's white.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah. So on this model, we have this situation. This is in real time, or you can adjust the dates down here to see the location of planets in relation to our sun, or you can grab a planet and move it, and the dates will change down here. So this anomaly would match historical records, if you want to consider historical records like Earth's geology in times past, or what happened in the Great Flood that the texts talk about. So our understanding with field theory is this is an anomaly that can and has entered our solar system and leaves. It's not consistent. It moves, but it would be inbound, and if this anomaly gets close enough, when it gets inbound, then it would start affecting planets, especially the interior planets, your Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. The other planets are affected, but it depends where they are in the orbit. So or points of concern, as I mentioned before, this is more of a review, is depending on where this anomaly is located. It's not large. It doesn't have to be large to be an electromagnetic emitter. But as it's inbound, coming into our solar system, depending where the planets are aligned in this anomaly, you can have greater electromagnetic input to a degree and a lesser electromagnetic
you think it's over here, right where your cursor is? You think it's over here right now, somewhere?
Yes.
Right, right where your cursor is, somewhere here. And then we're on the other side over here.
Right, so maybe from underneath, like right about where the cursor is. See where Mars is?
Yes.
So if I tilt it so you can see where Earth is. Now, I did this before, but for review, I'll grab Earth and spin it. And this is where we're concerned when you get into here.
Right.
See, when you get in here, which is in February-ish, 2026, Earth is close to this anomaly, but the solar system harmonics, look at the planets all over here and the Earth's by itself. So we have that as a concern. And then if you fast forward it again, we have a similar situation where you're coming in 2028. So over the next 6 years, depending on the positions of the planets, Jupiter and Saturn are still, Jupiter is still out of position to help run interference. So the next 6 years, this is of concern. So
what's going to get, there's two big spikes in problems that you think that this will get worse, in February of 26, January, February of 26, and January, February of 28.
We're dealing with, let's see, this is 2020, we go to 2025. So we have this, and we're back in, I'll get close to August.
There you go.
So we're having this, even though the Earth isn't, say, so to speak, astrologically, it's not right on top of this anomaly. We still have all this activity in August. So you can imagine how it intensifies and wanes, depending on where the planets are in their orbit. Are there other planets as well? Or are there times where the Earth is all by itself? Those are very important points of concern. But the alert has been given for years now. But the next 6 years, minimum next 6 years, will intensify. So what happens to a real black swan event is not from an alphabet agency or orchestrated behind the scenes, let's say by the bad guys. We know that can happen and has happened. This particular black swan event is not going to be controlled by man or science technology, DARPA type or a HARP. No. This is way beyond man's ability. And we're going to see situations where infrastructure is affected, ports, sea lanes, aircraft being able to travel. Because what happens when you don't have 6 or 7 active volcanoes, but when you have 60?
You said that's
above ground. How many? You have 30 or 40 under the ocean floor. These are dynamics that modern mankind has not had to deal with. This will crush any government or the world's economy. There is no fixing this. This will affect industry, supply chain. This will affect food, animal, plant behavior, human behavior, psychologically with the electromagnetic signature that our DNA is tuned to. So we have multiple vectors where humanity will be under great stresses. If you want to refer to ancient texts, there's different spiritual beliefs in your audience. I try to stay neutral, considering the fact of your audience, the broadband audience that you have. But whatever your spiritual philosophy is, there is a component in this that cannot be ignored as far as human cognizant ability. Human consciousness will definitely be affected. It's being affected now with people's behavior. It's going to get worse, unfortunately. This is meant not to scare the audience, but to give you a heads up, to wake up, pay attention to what's going on. And there's some things that I would put 1, 2, 3 on my top list of things to do in preparation for what's coming and what human society, this is probably an event that most likely won't be repeated, of great historical value. And we happen to be living right when this thing is kicking off.